Hello again. This is Sheila Battle with Continental Societies, Inc., a member of the College Park East Point chapter, and I'm here to share with you another African American authored book. The book is entitled Let the Children March, and it is authored by Monica Clark Robinson, and illustrations are by Frank Morrison. And in the front of the book, I just wanted to read what the author had to say in regards to the book. She said the book is written for the children and teens of Birmingham, Alabama, 1963. The setting of this book is in Birmingham, Alabama, in the year of 1963. And the illustrator, Mr. Morrison, also said the book is written to my children who continue to honor our past and our ancestors with their tenacity, ambition, audacity, intelligence, charm, and artistry while becoming the best they can be and then some. I'm sure most of you have heard of or read no details of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. So keep those things in mind as we proceed to learn more about what this book is teaching us or telling us. So let's begin. It reads, I couldn't play on the same playground as the white kids. I couldn't go to their schools. I couldn't drink from their water fountains. There were so many things I couldn't do. One warm spring night, my family went to church. We weren't there to have regular services. We were there to hear Dr. King speak. We were there to plan. He wanted to raise an army of peaceful protesters to fight for freedom. His brown eyes flashing fire and love. Dr. King told us the time had come to march. Okay, let's see, the pages are a little stiff here. If I march, Mama said, I'll lose my job, sure enough. I can't march, Daddy said. I got a family to feed. The weight of the world rested on our parents' shoulders. But this burden, this time, did not have to be theirs to bear. I don't have a boss to fear, my brother said, or a job to lose. We can march this time, We'll be like Dr. King's army, I said. I'll be fine, Daddy. I promised. Don't worry, Mama. Dr. King didn't like children being put in harm's way. He was a daddy too, after all. But he said that though we were young, we were not too young to want our freedom. Let the children march. They will lead the way. On May 2nd, a sunny Thursday, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, cousins and friends, we all met at the church dressed in our best, feet ready. In a silence so loud that all I could hear was my racing heart, we began to walk. Hand in hand we marched, so frightened, yet certain of what was right for freedom. The path may be long, troubled, but I'm gonna walk on, is what it says. Would I be hurt? Would we be heard? Would it at all be worth it in the end? I wanted to run from the angry faces in the crowd, run from danger, run from fear. Boys and girls, brothers and sisters, cousins and friends, On and on we marched. We marched. We marched. Singing the songs of freedom, 1,000 strong we came. Oh wow, look at the dogs and the fighting. Hate dogged my heels all that day. It yellowed canine teeth sharp, but courage walked by my side and kept me going. Disperse or you'll be jailed, the police shouted the first day. Disperse or you'll get wet, the police shouted the second day. Disperse or we'll release the dogs, the police shouted the third day. We did not disperse. We kept on marching. We wouldn't stop until things started to change. Hundreds of us went to jail on the first day, and even more on the second. My turn wasn't until the third day. After I was sprayed by water stronger than anything I've ever felt, rough hands pushed me forward and I fell to my knees in the police wagon. I was going to jail. Dr. King reassured our parents. Don't worry about your children, he said. They're going to be all right. Don't hold them back if they want to go to jail, for they are doing a job for not only themselves, but for all America and for all mankind. That night, crowded into a cell too small for even half of the kids, we sang, "We shall overcome. We shall overcome." They sang, "We shall overcome." Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Have you heard that song? And freedom is coming. Our parents couldn't be there with us, but still we sang, wrapped in the proud and loving arms of our ancestors. I was still in jail, but we heard that the next day and the next, more kids marched. The water hoses they used to sting us could not stop our fierce tide. The path may be long and troubled, but I'm going to walk on. Turn the other cheek, we had been taught. Show love where there is hate. The world watched as hate bruised us, but for 7 days we walked only in love. The jail swelled to bursting, and even President Kennedy took notice. Daddy said the president received letters and calls about us from all over the world. Our march would become a memory, a small part of a larger story. But we had been heard, and the seeds of revolution were sown. Two days and nights I stayed in the jail. Some stayed even longer. When I left, I was tired, I was sore, and my best dress was ripped. But my smile was as wide as the Mississippi River. I had made a difference. I'm so proud of you, baby girl, Mama said. Your march was what made them see. With nothing more than our feet, our voices, and courage, we had done what others could not do. Isn't that amazing? Change was right around the corner. We felt it like a cool breeze in an Alabama August. On May 10th, the great news rang out. Dr. King had reached an agreement with the white leaders of the city. Desegregation would begin. One month later, I was playing on a playground I'd never been allowed to play on before. 2 months later, my family ate at a diner we'd never been allowed to eat in before. Our march made the difference. We children led the way, singing the songs of freedom. 1,000 strong we came. So this book was about the plight of young children and the courage that they had to march for some of the privileges that we share today. And so I want you to keep in mind the life of Dr. Martin Luther King, but also the others that came alongside him in order for us to have the privileges that we enjoy today. And again, I'd like to read what the authors had to say, who this book was for. And again, I want you to listen attentively. It's to my children, and the children are us. It's you. To my children who continue to honor our past and our ancestors with their tenacity, with ambition, with audacity, intelligence, charm, and artistry, while becoming the best that they can be and some. So I say to you today, be the best that you can be and some. Thank you.